Gucci, everybody. There's another episode. There's another heart-pounding episode of the Daily Opinion. Fact check, checking the motherfucking facts. What's it called? This is just a, not PSA, what's it called? Like a shout-out. Not a shout-out either. Just a notification to y'all that I'm going to include the last, 10 minutes. I started the podcast maybe a few days ago. And I don't know, I think I was still a little bit sick and I was just exhausted. And I was just like, man, fuck it in the middle of it all. And I just ended it. So I'm going to throw that on to the end of this podcast. So if you see it's sounds weird and maybe the stories that I was talking about doesn't really correlate, then that's exactly what happened. Pretty much I started a podcast, was like, fuck it, ended it. And now I'm going to throw it on the back end of this because I don't feel like re-talking about the whole shit again. Either way, got some shit in the back of my throat. There we go. Either way, hopefully everyone's doing great. My other two episodes, actually, let me look. Because last week I was lacking a little bit. So let me see. Oh, I have 1 play today and 3 plays. So, hey, that's a good thing. I'm at least averaging, 5 plays per episode over time. That 18 one, I don't know how it got so many views, but it got a fucking ton of views. 13, which to me is a ton. If you had $13 million, that's a ton of money. Okay, so fuck y'all. But either way, anyone listening, I really do appreciate it. Spread it to your friends or whatever. And shit, fuck, my girlfriend's calling me. Hold on 1 second. And we're back. What's it called? I know I should probably cut that shit out, but I like the realism of it. I like the rawness of it. This is real life as I'm talking. It's in some, fairy tale, what the fuck, do whatever you want to do type of shit. But, what I'm saying, I'm not going to cut it out because, I got a life outside of this. I'm not just a fucking podcast star with 13 views. I'm also a regular person just like you. I put my pants on one leg at a time, but, that's it. That's pretty much it. All right. Either way, what the fuck? Okay, let's get into it. So, for those who don't know, this fucking NFL is wild right here. So, right here, so this guy Ime Udoka, apparently he works for the Celtics, I believe. And he was caught having a consensual, affair, or they say relationship, but it's an affair because he has a wife with one of the, girls on his staff. And obviously that's a big no-no. I don't know why people keep doing this shit. I'm like, if you are a part of an NBA team or an NFL team, you gotta have bitches around you constantly. You already make, either $500,000 bucks. I'm gonna look up how much this fucking guy makes. Ime Udoka. Ime, how the fuck? This is a crazy name. Ime Udoka. And I'm gonna look up his fucking pay because I don't even know who the fuck he is. He's a head coach. Damn. He was suspended for the entire NBA season. Let's see salary. This is why I don't get it. You look in the fucking, Okay, according to reports, Ime Udoka's total pay was $3,926,817. So that's a lot of fucking money. You know what I mean? That's just his salary. That's not his entire, thing. So he has plenty of, he has millions of dollars. Why are you dating someone on the team? Don't shit where you eat at, bro. That's the dumbest fucking thing. You could have did this shit outside of the NBA. You have millions of dollars. You can meet plenty of females that's bad as fuck, and you don't have to, put your job on the line, you dumb fuck. This makes no sense. It's so stupid. And dudes just don't, and that's one thing. I shit on girls a lot, but I need to, I shit on guys too, because dudes cannot just, think clearly and keep their dick in their pants. For me, I'm yo, I'm about the money. And if I were to make $4 million, I'm not going to fuck my money up trying to get some pussy. Pussy comes from money. Money don't come from pussy. You know what I mean? So if you got money, you'll get pussy. If you don't got money, you probably won't get a lot of pussy unless you just got a nice talk game. But then even then, the girl's still going to want you to have a little bit of money at a certain part of the day. You know what I'm saying? It's just so fucking stupid to me that dudes really are sacrificing their well-being for some pussy, for some bro, I need to see what this bitch looks like. And I've seen her too. She's like a Latina girl, but I'm like, bro, nigga, go to Puerto Rico. Go to Puerto Rico with some of the teammates on during the off season, and fuck you a bunch of Puerto Ricans. Who gives a fuck, bro? Like, what? Why would you have an ongoing relationship as a head coach to a staff member? That's already some Me Too shit. To a staff member, and then try to hide it from your fucking wife, you goofball. You fucking goofball. Like, just such a dumb thing to do. But another part of the hypocrisy is, let's see, right here. It's Deshaun Watson was accused of sexual assault by 26 different women and will play before the season is over. You know what I mean? And Ime Udoka, who had a consensual relationship and got suspended the whole season and might get fired. You know what I mean? I know these are two different sports, but still, it's just like, where's the, I don't know, because the whole consensual relationship thing, I don't know, like, is that fireable? Is that a fireable? I mean, it's consensual, but that's the thing. They could say it's consensual, but the girl could have been like, no, I was pressured to do this in order to keep my job. You know what I mean? So she could say it was consensual, but you never really know, and you don't know how it started, and it's just like, hey, we can't have this shit going on because, like, just don't date your fucking coworkers, people, please. Especially if you're, and this goes for men and women, if you're, like, in a place of power, don't date anyone beneath you. Don't date anyone laterally. Don't date anyone that's fucking cat corner to you or kitty corner to you, because then it's just never a good look. There's plenty of other people that ain't in your motherfucking workplace, and if you make enough money, you can go and find them. Go to a motherfucking bar, talk up a bitch, and then fuck her. Stop if you want to cheat on your wife that bad. Like, Jesus Christ. It's just craziness to me. I just don't understand the mindset of it. Let's see. This is another good point. If someone in the Celtics organization leaked the story about Ime Udoka, they need to be held accountable. Every woman who works there must now deal with some awful speculation. And I guess this kind of makes sense because it's like there was someone else that knew about this relationship, and they knew it was, uncalled for. And the thing, I don't know how long it's been going on for, but it's been going on for a minute. So look, here, just a quick rundown. Boston's head coach Ime Udoka has been suspended the entire 22 to 23 NBA season. The season ain't even started yet. It starts on September 30th. The team announced tonight the suspension comes after a story leaked Wednesday night of Udoka allegedly had a consensual affair with a female staffer also in the Celtics organization. He says, I apologize to the players, fans, and entire Celtics organization and my family for letting them down. Udoka says, I'm sorry for putting the team in a difficult situation. Whatever. Yeah, and he, if y'all don't know basketball, they went to the finals last year against, oh Lord, who did they go against? I am tripping. It had to have been Golden State. It would have had to have been Golden State. Dang, I do not remember. Yeah, it had to have been Golden State with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond. I'm pretty sure it was them. But either way, and they say that's since 2010. So he is a winning NBA coach, and they now had to let him go because he wanted to do some stupid fucking shit. This fucking dummy. Jesus. So yeah, dudes, guys, girls, niggas, nigglets, please stop fucking people. I know it's hard to do, but please stop fucking people that's right next to you. Go a little bit farther. Just one step farther, just outside of your job. Please. Fucking goofy asshole. All right. Next. I'm just gonna go to the next one because there's really no more to say. Like, he fucked up real bad, and yeah, hopefully. And that's the thing. People will see shit like this and not learn about it, and then, the next head coach is going to get in there and be like, ooh, this girl looks good too. Let me see. And it's like, you got your job because the last head coach did the same fucking thing. Why would you go ahead and do the same thing? These bitches are that bad, bro? Are they that bad that they're hiring over there at Boston Celtics, huh? Damn, like really wasting $4 million off some pussy. You might as well just go get a motherfucking escort because at least they want to be quiet about the shit. Damn, stupid. Let's see. Anything else? Okay, blah, blah. He's on the coach and okay, well, here. I don't really need to go through all this stuff. It doesn't matter. Okay. So the next one is for STD rates. So for those who don't know, There's been like a pretty steep rise in STD rates in the past. I don't even know when. In the past, let's see. I don't even know. It's cases reported in 2021. It says STD epidemic in the U.S. is out of control. Syphilis and HIV is on the rise, and 1.6 million chlamydia cases reported in 2021. Chlamydia is a funny one to me because it really just shows how hard it is for people to stop fucking. Like, for real, with chlamydia, all you got to do is take like the pill or whatever the pills, and I think it lasts for like a week. Either you take, I know that there's two separate ways to take a pills. Either it's like you take fucking like 4 pills at once and then you just don't fuck for 2 weeks, or you have to like take, I think like you have to take a pill every day for a week or something and then just not fuck for 2 weeks. Like, chlamydia can be 100% deaded in the United States if we all just say like, hey, everyone just take the fucking chlamydia pill and don't fuck for 2 weeks. But this shows you how fucking difficult it is to get everyone on the same page and for everyone to motherfucking work together, because we can't even stop chlamydia. I'm surprised we were able to stop coronavirus and not everyone didn't fucking die. You know what I mean? But, you know, chlamydia is 100% if we all just took the pill one time, get fucking rid of it, and we never had to worry about that shit again. You know? I mean, unless you put on like some dirty underwear and get reinfected, but still, it's just like, it shows you how much like sex controls our life. And so when people say like, you know, sex shouldn't be a part of, you know, the workplace, it's like, yeah, it is. It's going to be a part of the workplace. Now, I'm not just saying like having sex with like the people, but also like just being attracted to people that you work with. I don't believe you should be fucking them, but you know, 'tis what it is. So the whole reason I got into the whole chlamydia, you know, everything on the rise. Oh, actually, let me give you the statistics of it all, because that would make more sense too. Let's see. So we have health officials are warning Americans of sharply rising cases of sexually transmitted diseases, including a 26% spike in the new syphilis infections reported last year, the highest since 1991, and the most number of total cases since 1948. This is 2001 statistics, right? So not 2022, even though we're damn near at the end of it, which is crazy. 2022 flew by, but a lot of shit happened in 2022. I'm not gonna lie. Last year alone, there were 1.6 million cases of chlamydia reported, nearly 700,000 cases of gonorrhea, and over 171,000 cases of syphilis and 2,677 cases of syphilis among newborns. God damn. And syphilis is that one that you really don't want to get, because gonorrhea, I believe it can be solved or like, you know, treated with, I don't know if it's antibiotics or whatever. You can motherfucking take a pill and the shit will go away. You can do the same thing with chlamydia. You take a pill and the shit will go away. But syphilis, I think that's the one that like over a certain amount of time. Actually, let me look that up. Is syphilis curable? Curable. Is syphilis? That could low-key be someone's name. And also, I didn't see anything about herpes, because I would assume that herpes... Oh, yeah, syphilis is curable, too. Damn, so that nigga didn't need to die. There was that one dude that was like a mobster, and he went crazy in prison because he had syphilis. Or was that like the black people that they were like saying that they were getting rid of their syphilis, but they really weren't to see the effects of it? That's some fucked up shit, because can't you do the same thing with rabbits? What was that, the Tuskegee Airmen experiments or something like that? Where they, you know, the black airmen were getting syphilis, and so they went to the doctor, and then like secretly the government was telling the doctors like, hey, like, they're getting treatments, but, like, don't fucking actually treat them for nothing, because it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And then they just saw what the fuck the effects of syphilis were. What is that? The Tuskegee Airmen? Let me see this. I might be wrong on this. Tuskegee experiment. Okay, not airmen. Yeah, Tuskegee syphilis study. The Tuskegee study of untreated syphilis in the Negro males population was a study conducted between 1932 and 1972. Damn! After 40 years, you should already know what the facts are. By the United States Public Health Service and Centers for Disease Control, and a group of nearly 400 African Americans with syphilis. Yeah, at a certain point, I would just go to a different doctor and be like, yo, this shit is like not fucking working. They're like, oh yeah, you not been treated. Those are sugar pills. I'd be like, them motherfuckers. I should have seen it coming. They got me. Let's see. I'm saying all that to say we can play a game right now. All right. It's the top 10 states with the highest STD rates per 1,000 residents. So when they're saying STD rates, they're saying with more they're only counting chlamydia, gonorrhea, and syphilis. They're not counting HIV, I believe, because we all know that that's going to be San Francisco. We understand. I know that's not a state, but for the purposes of this study, it would be San Francisco. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So we have number 10 is New Mexico, which I was kind of intrigued at, with 818.4 per 100,000 residents, which doesn't seem that bad. I would have that's less than 1%. So you have a pretty good chance of just raw dogging a bitch and not, excuse me, let me redo that. You have a pretty good chance of raw dogging someone and not catching anything. Then this is not HIV rates. But actually, I looked up HIV rates a while ago, and they said like 25% of HIV people are heterosexual. And I'm like, maybe? Because they might have a wife, and then the wife could have been like, yo, where'd you get this from? He's like, oh, I might fuck like a girl hooker. Not a dude hooker, like a girl hooker. And she must have had it, a dirty bitch. And it's like, okay, you could say that. I need to stop saying the B word to females. I need to stop doing that. I do. I'm just going to call them ladies. Ladies. All right. So, yeah, either way, New Mexico, 818.4. Next one is Georgia. Yeah, because I think Atlanta had the highest, had one of the highest HIV rates and one of the highest chlamydia rates a few years ago. I don't know if that's still the same thing, but they also call Atlanta the gay hub of the South. So, and I just think it's really just one of the bigger cities. Houston might even be up there because everything I heard about Houston is like a lot of strip clubs. Atlanta has a lot of strip clubs too, but I don't know. I'm not a strip clubby guy. It's just a nasty, it's not my place. Cause I'm like, am I coming here to just blow money for a girl to dance? That's some lame shit to me. Cause I'm like, if I'm gonna blow money, I'm gonna try to get some pussy out of it. I'm not gonna spend thousands of dollars on a girl and then hope that she's like, do you want to spend more money and I might fuck you? It's like, I'd rather just get a prostitute if that's the case. I don't want to do either of them. I'd rather go to a club or a bar and then actually pick a bitch or pick a girl up. Damn, I need to stop doing that. I apologize for everybody out there. I don't know what's going on with me right now. I'm still a little bit congested, so maybe I'm not getting enough airflow to my brain. So excuse me if I'm saying that stuff. I really do need to stop. I'm gonna say, ladies, I have a girlfriend and everything, and she hates it when I call her a bitch. I'm playing. I don't call her a bitch. That'd be crazy. She probably wouldn't fuck with me. Either way. And I don't call my mom a bitch either because she would slap the fuck out of me. Actually, a lot of the ladies in my life would probably not like me calling them bitch. So why do I do it? I don't know. That's an introspective look on what I need to be doing with my life. Not everyone's perfect, but I'm as close to Jesus as you can possibly get. He used to call people bitches, but I'm trying to be better than Jesus. I'm not going to call people bitches. Let's see. So Georgia, number 9. We're only on number 9. I've been able to go off on this shit. Tennessee. Ain't fucking shit in Tennessee. No, I'm sorry. I went to Kentucky, so never mind. Tennessee, they have Nashville. Not a lot of black people in Tennessee, though. Oh, I'm sorry. Tennessee is 836.6. Still less than 1%. These are kind of low numbers. I could do better in my society with STDs. Oklahoma, I don't believe this shit at all. 842.9. Who the fuck is in Oklahoma? Nigga, if you're in Oklahoma, please message me at the Daily Podcast at gmail.com, because I don't believe anyone actually lives in Oklahoma. What city's even in Oklahoma? Salt Lake? No, that's Utah. Oklahoma City is the only one in Oklahoma, and that's only because they have a basketball team. Ain't nobody in Oklahoma except Kevin Durant that one time a few years ago. Alabama, now I do believe this, 857.2. So, yeah, I don't know. I went to Birmingham. That shit was dusty. I was just like, bro, is this the desert? This shit is crazy. And everything had a red haze to it. It was like I was in hell. And it was hot as fuck. Birmingham might be hell. It really might be. All right, on to the next one. North Carolina. I don't know. North Carolina is a pretty clean state. 898.3. So we're about to hit the 900s. And this is the 5th state in the union. I keep wanting to say that. It's just the United States. Number 4 is Alaska. 990. That's a pretty steep jump. North Carolina had 898. Alaska has 990. That's a 10-person jump. But I don't know. I think with Alaska, it's just that there's so few people. There's probably 3 dirty people in the entire state. And so that just fucks up the numbers super much. There's only 50 people that live in Alaska. And so 3 people really throws the numbers off like crazy. Okay, we got South Kakalaki at 999.8. So we just got 0.2. So this is number 3, South Carolina, which I don't understand that either. South Carolina is a lot of nothing. It's a fucking lot of nothing. I have to drive through South Carolina to get to North Carolina, and that's a fucking lot of nothing. A lot of trees, a lot of squirrels, a lot of more trees, and then a lot of nothing. There's nothing fucking out there. The only people that live there are gas station owners, because people drive the fuck through South Carolina and no one really lives there, and people that live in the rural places like Wrong Turn. But don't ever get off on a turn in South Carolina, because they will try to actively eat you. They are cannibals and they are inbred. If you're from South Carolina, I'm sorry to let people know about it, but if you live there, you know it's a motherfucking truth. You would never turn off on an exit that you wouldn't want to know, especially if you're black. They're gonna eat you alive. You taste like fried chicken, my nigga. All right. Next we have Louisiana, another pretty steep jump. This is 1,058. 1,058 per 100,000 residents. Let's see. Baton Rouge. The only thing that I could think of is that they probably have like a lot of, like, because Louisiana, I don't know that to be like a very poor state, but I would assume that they just have, like, since it's a party state, they have the whole Mardi Gras and everything, that is probably, a lot of people that go out and fuck tourists, and you never know what tourists could bring in. Because if you're a tourist, you're probably trying to like fuck as much as you can, and you're just passing it along. And when they go back to their home state, they get it fixed. But if you're in Louisiana, you're like, well, I'm gonna get it again, so goddamn, why the fuck would I solve it right now? Interesting. All right. And the number one drum roll, Mississippi at 1,291.4, which is an even steeper jump. Louisiana had a 1,058. This one has 1,291. That is almost a 250 person jump per 100,000. And Mississippi is the poorest state, I believe. This is where the Ozarks are. Yeah, I think this is the poorest state in the United States. So they just probably don't have a lot of healthcare. I think the poverty level was like, I'm going to look it up. I think it was like 47% of all Mississippians are beneath the poverty line. Mississippi poverty percentage. Poverty rate is better. Excuse me. Okay, no, I'm sorry. It's only 20% of the population, but still, that's pretty fucking damn. 2012, it was 25%. That's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, so 20% of the people that live in Mississippi are beneath the poverty rate, so they probably don't have, if you're beneath the poverty rate, you probably don't have like a job that gives you health care, and you already know healthcare is ridiculous as fuck. Because I remember I tried to go get a physical when my job, I had healthcare, I just had shitty healthcare. They wanted to charge me $500. I was like, what the fuck? Like, you do know I have healthcare, right? And they're like, yeah, we know. This shit's just expensive as fuck for a nigga to look at you. I'm like, how much does a doctor make? They said $1 million an hour. I was like, Jesus. I only need 30 seconds of his time. That equates to $500 if he's making $1 million an hour. I was like, God damn. So, yeah. Mississippi's a winner. So if you want to go out and fuck somebody raw, don't do it in Mississippi. And don't do it in Louisiana. And all the other places are pretty straight because it's less than 1%. Mississippi, damn near 1.2%. Yeah. Oklahoma. I still don't agree with Oklahoma. Fuck that. People don't, well, maybe there's so many, again, the same thing with Alaska. There's so few people living in Oklahoma that probably is like, fuck, Kendra got, chlamydia from Nasty Johnny again. She fucking up the whole statistic. Oh, shit. Okay, never mind. All right. So, let's see. Man, and this is some fuck shit right here. So it says 5.2 million people became millionaires last year, with half of them being in the United States. I'm like, motherfucker, I need that money. Why? How come I'm not a millionaire then? There's what? 300 something thousand? How many people? It's like 300 million people in the United States. Hold on. Population. I like looking up shit during the podcast. Population of USA. 332,278,200 people. I don't know. I don't like those 2 zeros in the back of it. I'm like, I think y'all just gave up. Y'all were just like, there's only about like 78 little census papers left. We can assume that they probably got one person in each household. Fuck it. Just 200 people, whatever. But yeah, I need that motherfucking money. Well, for those who don't know, let me read this first. Several gains in the stock market and house prices contributed to a rapid rise in the number of wealthy people worldwide last year, according to the Credit Suisse. What the fuck? Suisse? I don't know. The Credit Suisse's most recent annual wealth report, as many as 5.2 million people became millionaires last year, with nearly half of them living in the U.S. of A. There's the largest increase in millionaire numbers recorded for any country in any year this century. At the end of 2021, there was a total of 62.5 millionaires worldwide. On Tuesday, the report revealed that the overall global wealth increased by 9.8% to 406. Man, I am fucking up with these numbers. 463.6 trillion by the end of last year. I don't know what the fuck that even means. Household wealth increased in most U.S. and China, followed by Canada, India, and Australia. Since 2021, there's been a significant growth in both the countries' economic output coupled with robust housing and stock market activity. All the rest of the shit is boring as fuck, so I'm not going to read it. Those last two lines, those last two little paragraphs were boring as shit, and I don't give a fuck about them. 5.2 million people became millionaires last year. Nigga, I want to be a millionaire. That's what I'm saying. But either way, I'm making a business. I'm not going to tell y'all what the business is because I need to keep that separate than this podcast because I don't want anyone listening to this and being like, oh, yeah, fuck this guy. So I'm not going to tell nobody, but hopefully this business will make me a millionaire or this podcast will. I have two ways of being a millionaire. So there's no two ways. If they're both 50% chances of working, then that means I have 100% chance of being a millionaire. What the fuck? This is like the 22nd episode and I'm still very far from being a millionaire. I did get ads, though, on my shit, so hopefully that will work out. Hopefully I'll get a few cents that way. A few cents is a few cents towards $1 million, you know what I mean? I might get 1 cent tomorrow, and that's only $999,999.99 towards my million, and plus my savings, which is not a lot. So, living day by day, you feel me? But either way, I think that's it for me today. I'm not going to add at the front portion of this podcast, I said I was going to add some shit on the back end. I'm not going to do that because this podcast is already long enough and you're going to get greedy. And that's one thing I don't want my audience to get is greedy. Because once you get greedy, you get fat. And you know what happens when pigs get fat? They get fucking slaughtered. Okay? You never want to be just stagnant. You never want to sit around and get slaughtered like a fat little piggy. You want to constantly be moving, be a fit pig. Because they look at a fit pig and they're like, damn, that nigga got some big ass muscles. And then they're like, put him in a motherfucking show. And then they put you in a show for biggest piggies. And then you have to fight off other big piggies. Not big, but, strong piggies. But you have to watch out because if you're fit and another piggy is fit and also fat, what's it called? Mass makes strength. So he will be stronger than you, but you have to make sure that you're faster than the other piggy. Okay? They will kill you if you lose. If you ever seen the part in Django where they had the two black men fighting and then the dude had to club the other guy to death, that's exactly what it is. Make sure you're a fit piggy. Make sure you're a fast piggy. Make sure you're not stagnant piggy. Be a good piggy. Keep it motherfucking moving. I love you. Good night.